believe you, Professor. Okay? You're not talking to Bambi's baby brother here. Okay? I've read some of your stuff. I think you'd be more intellectually honest if you just come out and say, I'm on the side of the bad guys here. I think we shouldn't give state and local law enforcement the authority to fight back. You're trying to make it as hard as possible, aren't you?
We'll have to disagree on that point, Senator.
Nah. You ever heard the expression, watch what they do, not what they say? I've watched what you've done. I know what you believe. Or you're on the FISA court?
I'm not on the court. No, I'm an amicus for the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court and the Court of Review.
Okay. Were you there when you guys issued all those bad warrants against Trump's people?
I can't discuss my work on the court, unfortunately.
Oh, it's top secret, right? You'd have to put me on the American people on double secret probation if you told them the truth, wouldn't you?
No. I can't discuss my matters that I've handled before the court. I can discuss the public ones where I've dealt with First Amendment concerns and the right to petition. I did an extensive history looking at that.
Welcome to Liberty Trigger. Patriots, listen up. What I just watched in this Senate hearing will make your blood boil. Senator John Kennedy went toe-to-toe with a professor who, let's be real, cares more about protecting criminals with drones than protecting you and me. Let's break it down.
The bad guys are using drones. Does anybody disagree with that? Okay. And the federal government has the authority to fight back, does it not? But nobody disagrees with that statement? Sure, Professor.
I would say within limits, yes. Within constitutional limits.
Okay. Do any of you disagree with giving state and local law enforcement the authority to fight back?
Again, within constitutional limits.
Okay. Tell me what your constitutional concerns are, Professor.
So I have three primary concerns. The first has to do with the Fourth Amendment and the conditions under which a warrant is required and a general warrant is forbidden by the Fourth Amendment. So in this particular case, it's important.
Professor, before you give me one of your lectures, are you saying that we should require state and local law enforcement to get a warrant before they fight back?
It depends on the condition. So in an exigent circumstance or something along the border.
I'm aware of the exceptions to the warrant requirement. But you, generally speaking, you want to require them to get a warrant.
Only for the search of a device or the seizure of property. There are also due process implications of that.
Criminals are using drones. Cartels, smugglers, criminals spying on our infrastructure. Everyone knows it. Even the professor admitted it. So far, so good. Kennedy asked, should state and local cops be able to fight back? Patriots, that's common sense. If a sheriff sees a cartel drone, he shouldn't have to wait for a fax from Washington. But the professor? Oh no. Suddenly it's all about constitutional limits. He pulls out the laundry list. Fourth Amendment, First Amendment, 10th Amendment, blah, blah, blah. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Constitution. But this wasn't about protecting you. It was about tying cops' hands behind their backs. Kennedy cuts through the nonsense. He says, you're not talking to Bambi's baby brother here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You started to mention another one of your objections.
First Amendment.
First Amendment. Okay. Any others?
Yeah, I also have a state rights, a 10th Amendment concern here, which is that states own the airspace adjacent to the land within their state that's not federally owned, and the current federal provisions don't recognize state sovereignty in that way.
So you want to give state and local law enforcement the authority to fight back, but you want to list a whole lot of conditions. Is that a fair assessment?
Not a whole lot, but some. There needs to be a nexus to the facility. It can't be any drone anywhere in America if you're concerned about a particular facility, but right now it's too broad. There have to be acknowledgments of First Amendment concerns. So for instance, limiting the covered facilities to the experience and logic test with which the courts use for right of public access, or prohibiting media bans across the board, or setting a time limit before and after special events so they don't extend extensively. This is what a number of state measures already do, and I'd like to see that at a federal level and apply to bring this within the constitutional limits.
Sounds like a lot of conditions to me.
No, not very many. As long as there's probable cause and the conditions are met, then absolutely you can.
Have you ever heard of
Search.
a legislative practice called loving a bill to death?
Yes.
Okay? And that's when you take a bill and somebody says, I'm really for this bill. But then they add so many amendments and they screw it up so badly that the bill either becomes ineffective or doesn't pass. Is that a pretty accurate description?
Of the term?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're trying to love this to death, aren't you?
I disagree.
You're not really for giving law enforcement the power to fight back, are you?
I am in favor of giving law enforcement that power and respecting constitutional limits.
I don't.
Translation: don't play games with me. You say you support law enforcement, but you're throwing up roadblocks at every turn. Kennedy nails it. The professor is trying to love the bill to death. Adds so many conditions, so many amendments, that nothing gets done. Folks, we've seen this game before. They pretend to back law enforcement while gutting the bill behind closed doors. When you make it impossible for cops to stop drones, who wins? The criminals, the cartels, the bad guys. And that's exactly why Kennedy said it straight. You're siding with them whether you admit it or not. Kennedy brings up the professor's role with the FISA court. Remember that court? The same one that rubber-stamped those bogus Trump warrants? Suddenly, the professor clams up. Can't talk about it. Top secret. Oh, really? Convenient. This is the double standard. Spy on Trump? No problem. But stop cartel drones? Whoa. Let's slow down. Let's talk about warrants and media rights. Hypocrisy at its finest. Kennedy stood tall. No games, no excuses. He said what millions of us are thinking. Stop protecting criminals with red tape. Give our cops the power to defend this country. Period. America is under attack. From our border, from the skies, from inside our own institutions. And while the bad guys get bolder, the elites play word games. Senator Kennedy exposed the truth. They don't want cops to fight back. They want America handcuffed. Patriots, this isn't just about drones. It's about whether America defends itself or rolls over. I know where I stand. Do you? Like, share and subscribe if you're with us in putting America first. This is Liberty Trigger. Hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe, because the truth needs to be louder than their lies. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.